episode of Face Behind the Dream. I'm your host, Yvette Morales, and in every episode, I introduce a new face that has impacted basketball, whether in its past, present, or future. Today, I have with me Donald Henney, who I've known for quite some time. He actually is a youth motivator, a coach, and a trainer with his own organization called TopShelf Player that trains kids from 4th grade to professional level. So first off, thank you so much for being with me today.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
No problem. No problem. But after that introduction, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm 39 years old.
Good way to start.
Three kids. I coach right now 6 teams.
6 teams.
Right.
How do you fit that in a schedule?
You just have to. Every day is like a routine. I have practice from Monday to Friday, games on the weekend, and then in the meantime, I find time to train the kids.
Okay.
But for the most part, I'm busy all day.
Okay, so, and being at your age, when did you actually start?
Funny story. I walked into a gym when I was like, I think 17, and I told a guy I wanted to play basketball. But you had to pay $10. I didn't have $10, so I told him I'd clean his floors.
Oh.
So, he started letting me do the floors, and I started coming in the gym for free and shooting around. And then after that, he started telling me, come help him with a class or something. I never taught basketball before. I'm 18 years old. So now he got me working with the youth. I'm enjoying myself. The kids got high energy. I have high energy. And ever since then, it just took off. Like after 2 weeks, he left me by myself with I want to say about 12 second graders.
Oh, wow. That's a rough age because they have an attention span that's very
Absolutely
short. But actually, so you didn't touch a basketball until you were 17? Or you didn't start training until you were 17?
I started training at 17. I really didn't touch a basketball until about, I want to say 13.
Okay.
When I took it serious.
Okay.
But those days were like 8 hours a day. I was getting about 5:30. I'm training, coming home, eating breakfast, relaxing, then go back at 11 or 12 o'clock and going back at 4. I used to do the Kobe Bryant workout.
Okay.
Because I was 5'9". Everybody else was better than me, so I had to work twice as hard.
Yeah, being height deficient.
Especially in basketball.
In basketball, it's
Right.
not in our favor.
Absolutely.
You always have to have a higher IQ, I always say. That is a lesson learned. All right, so with TopShelf Players, what made you want to start it?
I started it when I was 19 because I felt like I just wanted to do my own thing.
Okay.
Like basketball is my escape world.
Okay.
When everything is going wrong, I just go to that ball and I'm bouncing and playing. Or if I'm having a bad day and I go to a practice and I see a few kids, they just brighten up my day because at the end of the day, they come in there to enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
They don't have the workload of kids, jobs, and other stuff.
Yeah, the concern is out the
Right,
window.
right. So when you get a kid that age, you want to give him that same energy so he can be motivated, so he want to play. And I notice in youth sports now, the coaching ain't that good. Because most people think in youth sports, you have to win the game. But you don't have to win the game. You got to win your players.
Yes.
You win your players, you win the game.
And also, I feel like kids actually win off of a loss because they learn from a loss.
I just told a story the other day. Yesterday, one of my teams won by 40, and then my other 8th grade team lost. Lost a close game because one kid, I drew up a play, and for some reason he did not remember the play. He just went off
And did his own thing.
Right. And even though we lost, I brought the group together. I said, I love losing. And I got that from Bruce Lee. If losing helps you win, because whatever you did wasn't good enough. Mm-hmm. So you just got to work twice as hard.
Yeah.
So I told him, right. And the kid felt bad, because now everybody looking at him like he lost the game. No, you didn't lose the game. But this is a teaching moment. Mm-hmm. All right. You'll remember this moment. And that's all I want you to do. Remember this moment. So the next time you're in a position, you'll make a better decision.
Exactly.
Better decision. Basically.
Exactly.
So.
And it actually allows them to regather themselves and know their placement. So it's like, okay, we did this before. We know what went wrong, and now we can do it better the next time. So it is a learning curve that they have off of a loss versus a win.
Yeah, but one thing I want to say about kids, you could tell them that, but they might not remember it.
Oh no, it's
So-
not about the remembering, it's the feeling.
Right.
Usually it's not, Maya Angelou always said it's not, what you say to people, it's how you make them feel. So, and that's one thing, coaches do leave a large impact on kids on how they make them feel about a sport. Coaches can make a child want to play or want to lose the passion of a sport. And that's a power coaches have.
So you know what I just said? I said I've been coaching for all these years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now, the kids I was coaching years ago, some of them doctors, some of them have kids now. Like I'm training a guy that I used to train his kid. Like I used to train him, now I'm training his kid.
Yeah, that's
so
amazing.
I'm like, wow. And then it's like, I got family members all over New Jersey.
Yeah.
In
It's like
different
extended
homes.
family.
Yeah.
At that point, when you're training them for so long.
I'm training cousins.
Family, because you're
Like,
training all the
they're
time.
passing me down. After one cousin tell me the next cousin, like I don't even promote my business. I don't even try to.
Yeah.
And it's like just word of mouth and just doing the right thing.
But that's when when your passion is actually in it. People want to go to your training sessions.
Absolutely.
They want to be your facility.
Yeah.
So I have to ask, when was that like wow moment? This is actually my profession. When was that?
It was at ABCD camp,
What is the ABCD camp?
All-American camp.
Okay.
The top players in the country.
Okay.
Now, we won the Jamboree my junior year. I was honorable mention all county.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I should have been hired, but you know what? It is what it is. So, a friend of mine, Ozzy Osbourne, you probably know him. He runs the Bulls. He invited me to the camp as one of the coaches. So I got to play against the top players in the country, guys going to Duke, Florida. And I noticed, I said, bro, I'm keeping up, but I'm also kicking butt.
That's nice.
And
That's
I'm
a nice
like,
feeling.
I'm like, wow, I'm shell shocked. I'm looking at all these guys like, wow, he's number 1 in the number 5 in the country. He's this. He goes to Syracuse. He goes to North Carolina. I'm hoping to go to a JUCO, a good one.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But I was able to keep up, and I was like, you know what? Maybe this is my thing. But then when I started training kids, I realized something. Like I realized that was my calling.
Mm-hmm.
Like as much as I love to play, like I got 11-year-old now, I'm training my son. As much as I like playing, but helping others, the enjoyment in that.
That comes with
yeah,
it. Yeah.
like most people don't understand that. Helping others is valuable. It helps the other help the others.
Yes, it does.
So.
It really does. So have you ever had that moment? Because I've coached kids before. Have you ever had that moment where it was like, oh, why do they always bring me so much joy? Do you ever question that? Like, why?
Why kids?
Yeah.
Because they're full of energy,
I always thought it was because of their, genuine, like their pureness. They come in, they're doing, I was like, that doesn't make it, whatever, you just don't know.
Right.
Like that whole concept of they don't know actually brings a lot of joy. So I have to teach them. It's like, okay, you didn't know, but that's my fault.
Right. But you know what? I notice now when I coach youth basketball, like I have parents from the other team coming over to me, tell me, oh, you're a good coach. We love the way you coach. I coach it like normal. Like I tell them the real stuff. I hold them to be accountable for their mistakes, but I don't thrash them for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, look, come on, you did the same thing, in a humor kind of way.
Yeah.
So they don't feel bad. Like we have a thing called hamburger.
What's hamburger?
You miss a layup, you're a burger.
You're a burger.
Right. So a guy in the game, if he missed a layup, the whole bench would go burger. Instead of him feeling bad that he missed that layup, he starts smiling and he'll say burger.
Burger. Okay.
Right. Just to loosen you up and make you feel comfortable.
Yeah, because kids do feel bad when they miss a shot or a layup, and the coaches tend to, attack the person that missed, and misses happen.
Right.
Professionals miss.
Right.
We all miss.
LeBron, Steph Curry,
Everybody
all those guys
misses. So why do we make them feel so bad about missing?
I don't know. And you know what? And that's why I coach in youth sports. I'm disappointed in a lot of these coaches, because it's not about you. They have their parents volunteer, this person volunteer, but it's all about you. If you want to leave saying I won that game, but you didn't play Johnny not 1 minute. He over there sopping, but he been at every practice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, that happens all the time.
Yes.
And because a lot of the teams are looking for volunteer coaches, to the point that I don't want to say like majority of the time it's like almost like babysitting, but you're actually influencing a child's life. So coaching is an influential impact where, you know, you're giving them some form of leadership.
Absolutely.
And I don't think most coaches understand that you're showing them that you're like how to be an adult.
Like we have a rule. If my team's up by like 30 or something, I'm not coaching anymore. You let me, if I got to coach, y'all gonna run. If we get up by 20, y'all got to keep the lead. Y'all can't go lower than 20.
Yeah, at some point, children will become adults, and we need to start showing them how to make decisions on their own.
Right.
A lot of the time, like it's like, okay, we live in our parents' houses till we get to high school, go to college. Even if we don't go to college, we find an apartment, we get our own job, but now we start making decisions, and we're making, I don't want to say bad decisions, but we're making decisions without practice of making decisions. So there has to be some leeway of making decisions and having some practice to it. And I think this is a good avenue to start with when it comes to basketball, when it comes to self-discipline, when it comes to, you know, rehearsals or in any sport in general.
Absolutely. You're 100% right.
So having your own organization and being able to do what you love, how has that like directed your life?
It just goes smooth. It's like every day I'm happy.
That's good.
You
That's
know,
a nice
like,
feeling.
I don't, like I have down days, but when I get in the gym, it's no other feeling. Like I've been doing it for 22 years. Every day I'm in the gym 10 hours. You know, they might call me a loner because I'm like, I'd rather be there than go hang out with you guys at a party or do this. The gym is my home. So like, it's easy for me. It's not even work for me. It's like, wow, I'm just enjoying myself.
Yes. All right. So one last question before we get into the challenges where you challenge me and I challenge you. So I have to ask, if you were to tell your younger self some word of advice, what would it be?
Patience. And stay consistent.
Patience and consistency.
Yes.
May I ask why?
Because, you know, when I was younger, like I always rushed things, like even in the game. Start learning the game after I start slowing down. You know, like
Change of speed matters.
Right, because, you know, you're going 100 miles per hour the whole time. You're bound to crash. Something bad's going to happen.
You know what? Not everyone else runs at 100 miles an hour with you. So sometimes you got to slow down.
Right, absolutely. So, and then just, you know, keep believing in what you're doing. Whether you're coaching, whether you're an actor, whatever you're doing, just be consistent with it. Keep pushing until the door opens. You know, and then sometimes that door might not open, but something else might open.
Yes.
Just keep being consistent and keep pushing and be patient. Because God, you know, you got to be patient with him.
Yeah. When the time's right, right?
Absolutely.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for this interview. I had a pleasure getting to know a little bit more about you, even though I've known you for so long. But again, guys, don't go anywhere because we're going to go to the challenges. All right, we are back for the challenge. And I'm going to have to say, I actually created this thinking of as a trainer's perspective. So it took me some time to come up with this game. All right, so the challenge is basically basketball vocabulary, okay? And the rules are very simple. So I'm going to say a few words or a sentence, and you're gonna have to tell me the word that is associated in basketball term. All right, you ready? A foul, double dribble, backcourt, seconds in the paint, or a shot clock.
Shot clock.
No. What is the word that is associated to all of those? So if someone were to say,
Violation.
There you go. Points, foul outs, players, layups, and free throws.
Points.
I said points.
Repeat that again.
Points, foul outs, players, layups, and free throws.
Game.
Nope. One more time. So if I can't say anything else, that's part of the rules.
All right, give me one.
Okay, one more time. Points, foul outs, players, layups, and free throws.
Can't believe you got me stumped. Free throws. Foul?
No. It's numbers.
Okay.
All right, ready? A pass to a teammate to a goal.
Yo, are you serious?
Yep.
I don't even like to do this assist.
There you go. I don't even like to do this. So if someone were to say count it, or a container used to hold things.
To count it.
Yeah, when someone's like, count it.
Bucket.
There you go. The technical word is basket. To stop movement, stop a shot or a pass.
Still.
Oh, it's actually a block. Stop movement, yes. Annual process where teams select players.
Draft.
There you go. A strong dribble to the basket, which apparently you do all the time because you don't like to pass it.
And one.
Oh no. A strong dribble to the basket. What is that?
A pound dribble.
Technically, yes, but a drive.
Okay.
Extra periods played.
Overtime.
There you go. To be holding or to be in control of.
The ball. Shot clock.
Nope, you have one more guess. To be holding or to be in control of. What is the definition of that word?
Possession.
There you go. To have good defense and no available shot. Ooh.
To have good defense.
They have good defense and there is no available shot.
Defender. Really? Can't shoot.
What's the cause of it? Because you're close.
Pressure.
One more guess.
Tell me you're stomping me right now.
To have good defense and no available shot.
Defense.
It's a turnover.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't like those, so I get that.
He doesn't know that word. All right, so a break, clock stops, half or full.
A break.
A break, the clock stops,
Shot clock.
half or full.
Timeout.
There you go. There you go. I actually think 1, 2, 3. You did win that game. You did win that challenge.
Okay.
All right. Yes.
My rep on the line.
It was, right? It was a good one. It was a good one. So actually, I have to ask you, which one did you think was too difficult?
The turnover.
The turnover?
Yeah, you know I'll turn the ball over.
He's like, because I don't do that. I don't do that. That's really funny. You couldn't relate. That's why it wasn't making sense. No, it's okay. Actually, usually people watching know the answer, but when you're actually getting asked the questions, you tend to blank out for some reason.
They were simple questions. So
They are simple questions and simple answers.
Right.
I know. That's how I stump people. Anyway, it was actually really fun. Now, I actually have to ask, is it okay if we play one more challenge? Because now you have to challenge me.
Sure.
Okay?
Okay.
All right, so don't go anywhere because we'll be right back to get to the second challenge with Donald Henney and his TopShelf Players Association. All right, we are back. Now, I have to say, the other challenge you did win. Now, you're going to challenge me in some, I guess, basic skills of basketball, and you're going to have to challenge me and tell me why. So the game's called This or That.
Okay.
Okay? It's really easy. I'm giving you 2 options. You select one. You tell me why. If I disagree, I'm going to give you an answer on why I don't think so, and then you're going to have to fight. We're going to basically have a debate. Okay? So, ready?
All right, let's go.
Post moves or quick first step?
When I was younger, I would go with the first step. As I get older, post moves.
Okay, why?
Post moves is about patience. When you get older, you can't just run past it.
You know what? That was your word of encouragement for the younger generation.
Yeah.
So I get it. I agree with the post moves because when you have it when you're younger, you're always gonna have it.
Right.
So I can't even argue with that one. Okay, no debate there.
All right.
All right. Assist or rebounds?
Oh, assist.
Assist. But I thought you didn't do that much.
Well, you know, they used to always yell at me for not doing it. So,
Okay. All right, but why?
because you know what? Like when I throw a pass or an alley-oop and somebody dunked the ball, it felt like I dunked the ball. The crowd's going crazy. I was a part of that.
Okay. So I'm going to have to argue with you on this one because I believe rebounds give you second opportunities on missed shots
Um,
and helps you on both sides of the court.
You know what? I don't like it right now, but I'm gonna have to agree with you because in basketball, the team that rebounds really wins the game.
Yes.
Kimbo Walker won a national championship because he had rebounders.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Defense or offense?
Oh my
You
God.
know?
I'm gonna say defense
Okay. Why?
because it wins championship. Like I don't care how good you are. Like if somebody's in your face, then you can't shoot.
It's very true.
If you open, then yeah, you're gonna look good. But everybody on the same page and everybody's solid, they can do something. Look at Phoenix this year. They played. Everybody played defense.
It's true.
And the Warriors are good right now because they're what number 2 in defense in the NBA. That's why they're one of the best teams in the league now. They're playing defense.
Okay. Look, I actually agree with you on that one.
Oh, 3 for 3.
Jumping or speed? So would you rather be the quick person or the one that dunks the ball?
You asking a 5'9" guard, he'd rather dunk the ball than go fast? Oh, I'm dunking the ball.
You're dunking the ball?
Look, I'm putting it on his head, man.
Okay. So I actually want to go with speed. The only reason why is because I know the game as a small person, so I'd emphasize my game better if I had speed.
I'm going to disagree with you because
Okay.
I have speed too, and that was part of my game. But to go up top and dunk the ball on somebody.
But imagine your speed just faster. So like imagine if you had faster versus now you can dunk.
I'd be a slot receiver for Kansas City Chiefs.
You'd be playing a different sport.
I'll play football for basketball.
Okay. All right. We're going to go on to the next one. Blocks or steals?
Steals.
Why steals?
Being able to just take the ball from someone
Uh-huh.
that's been practicing for years and got control says a lot about you. You could get a block any day. Somebody come to hold you, could block a man from behind. But they come up and steal. So it's a little harder to me.
So for me, the thing is that I'd rather have more steals, but yeah, at the same time, I actually have blocked somebody, and that feeling of blocking somebody is really cool. But I get more steals in a game right now than I do blocks because I am short.
Right.
So like as a person at my height, I want more blocks, but yet steals are more beneficial. I feel like if you steal the ball, you have possession of the ball now. If you block, they can still get it back.
Right.
Doesn't mean it's yours.
And you could steal and get a layup.
Yes.
That's how I used to play basketball. I used my defense to get my points.
All right, there you go. Fast breaks. Okay, so next one is a dribble or a pass.
Pass.
Okay, so you're saying pass now. I mean, you teach your kids, you tell them to pass?
Yes.
Okay.
But sometimes, you know what? The ones that's scared, that don't really want to dribble, I force them to dribble.
Yeah.
Like, go.
It's like a challenge. You have to
Right.
challenge
So you got
them.
a little brainwashing thing a little bit. Make it know.
I get that point. But pass why?
Pass. It's simple because it's as a guard, that's what you think about.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not scoring, you got to distribute. You got to make sure this person's happy, that person's happy, because he's doing his job. He's rebounding, he's blocking shots, he's playing defense, he's running up and down the court about 5 times. He wants to touch the ball.
Yeah, that's very true.
Passing is important.
It is.
Yeah.
I always ask, like, well, if the pass is effective, you're always scoring. They're probably open passes. So, yes, I agree with passes.
Look, we get along. Ain't that
Yeah,
good?
yeah. Uh-huh. We might not get along in the last one. All right. Teamwork or self-discipline?
Teamwork.
Teamwork?
Teamwork make the dream work.
Okay. Why? Other than the phrase of teamwork make the dream work.
Because without team, you can't win.
Okay. You actually can't play.
Right, without your right, exactly.
You can't play.
And you can look at it now. Without like good teammates, it's hard to win. Like look at the Lakers last night. I was like, oh my God. You got LeBron James.
They won't know by the time they watch it what game was last night. But it was the Lakers game. LeBron what?
James, I don't know his name, man.
You don't know him right now?
No, he cost me FanDuel last night, fellas.
Oh, we're not going to talk about those. All right. Well, anyway, so last one, which is very interesting because apparently you're not a fan of LeBron right now at this moment, but LeBron or Michael Jordan?
Why y'all gonna do that to me?
Because
Man,
that's part of the game, this or that, and why?
MJ, that's not even a question. I love you, bro. Now you my bro. Now I love you. But now MJ was the GOAT. Now,
Why?
why? Because, all right, you hear this conversation everywhere. In sports.
Exactly. That's
So
why it's
I'm
part of
gonna
the
really
game.
get into this.
Okay.
People don't fear LeBron. Not saying that. No, I'm serious. These young players now, he's past his prime. Like they fear Jordan. Like even when LeBron was in his prime, they didn't fear him like they fear Jordan. You have guys having conversation about Jordan, like all-star guys, like he's just by far different.
To this day.
Right, and the winning. That's what I count. The winning. Like when he got to the dance, he didn't freeze. He performed.
Because people have this conversation all the time. Now, who is a better basketball player? I have to say it is MJ. Because basketball isn't about just all of your abilities. It's actually about how you play the game. And Michael played the game at that time the best, made it fearful, made people scared of him, was able to accomplish what he needed to accomplish when he got there. Now, LeBron is a better athlete. So if we were going to compete, yes, because if you were to think about how much, because if you think about it, Jordan went through his seasons where he was skinny, fast, gained weight because he knew that in order for him to have better post moves, better baskets inside the paint, he had to gain. So like he processed throughout his season, throughout his timeline, right? So, but if you were to think about it, LeBron was already ready to play his specific position because he's an overall athlete. And that's why I think people are getting it confused. If you're looking for a basketball player who's an overall good athlete, then yes, people go with LeBron. But if you're looking for somebody who is basketball, like the best basketball player, I think it has to be Michael Jordan.
I would agree with you with the Michael Jordan part, but I would disagree with the athletic part.
The athletic part.
Because I watch Come Fly With Me before every game. And Michael Jordan used to take off. Like before his injuries, like if you look now, he probably got higher vertical than LeBron.
Yes.
And
so when I say athleticism, I'm not talking about the, just the dribbling, the shooting, the dunking. I mean in the weight room, I mean outside of it, flexibility.
Right, but LeBron's a freak of nature.
Yes, that's why I'm saying that's why that people say he's the best basketball
I'm gonna tell
player.
I went to camp with LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
That camp I told you, he was there when he played against Lenny Cook, when they had the one-on-one. And I thought that Lenny Cook was a tough player in that sequence. But the media didn't show the whole game. They showed just what LeBron did. And he took off from the foul line, like one step from the foul line, and jumped, and still had room when he got to the rim to just do this. And I was like, wow.
So for you, that's like a wow. That's the wow factor that made him well, you saw it live too.
Right.
So that impacts somebody's life, especially a while ago. But I actually had a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
And this game was actually really cool. So I got your insight on your passion behind Michael Jordan. That's cool that you actually saw it. But I have to ask them for you to actually close out and tell them where to find you on social media.
You can find me at Top Shelf Basketball on IG. That's Top Shelf Basketball.
And you guys heard it here first with Yvette Morales, Face Behind the Dream, where you get to meet the face that has inspired basketball in its past, present, and its future.